Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am RABIATUL AIDAWIYAH. Me and my friends from Group 1 KDA2 will present about the issue that occur in this contemporary age. As you know, ibadah is a requirement from Allah to us as slaves to obey and worship Him. Following this, we selected the issue of congregational prayer or SMS Solat Jemaah to be used as a title to be discussed in this video. There was an issue of Solat Jemaah that occurred about last year regarding the online Solat berjemaah. One video has gone viral about a man and a woman performing Solat Jemaah online. So, let's take a look at the video. Can we pray Solat Jemaah on the phone or through online? In accordance to Irsyad Al-Fatwa in the series 495, there is a mention of the legal condition of Solat berjemaah. Among the valid condition of Solat berjemaah is that makmum must know the movement of the imam. Imam An-Nawawi said, which means it is permissible for the validity of following in congregational prayer is makmum to know all the transfer movements in prayer of the person who is the imam. The scholars of Mazhab Syafi'i say that the result of the makmum's knowledge is to listen to the imam or listen to the person behind imam, or see the movement of the imam or the movement of the person behind the imam. As for the next condition is imam and makmum gather in one place, such as in the mosque or surah. This is mentioned by Al-Sayyid Ahmad Al-Shatiri, which means the imam and the makmum should gather in one place, either inside the mosque or somewhere other than outside the mosque, where the distance between the two does not exceed about 300 cubits approximately. It can be seen here that the Solat Jemaah performed as shown in the video is invalid or not sah because it does not meet the legal conditions of Solat Jemaah. Because the imam and makmum are not in the same place, and it is possible that the makmum cannot follow or hear the voice of the imam if there is a sudden discharge of the phone battery or having low line connection. Thus, turning to the purpose of Solat Jemaah is to gather the Muslim in a real way, so it is to reach to one place and connect to serve to each other. Therefore, it is not permissible to perform Solat Jemaah through live broadcast or online because it does not achieve the meaning as required by Syarah.
Next, we go to the causes of Solat Jemaah online. Firstly, lack of religious education from parents at home. Parents expect their children only be educated at school by their teachers. Parents are not surprised by the passage of time that can interfere with the faith and steadfastness of their children's religious to the point they are willing to do things that are not valid according to Sharia. In the Malaysian Messenger newspaper, former minister in the Prime Minister Department Religious Affairs, Datuk Seri Dr. Zulkifli Muhammad Al-Bakri said it is not permissible to perform solat jemaah through live broadcast or television or online because it does not achieve the purpose as required by Sharia. Secondly, lack of religious encouragement in self. Even though they have grown up, today's teenagers prefer entertainment and don't like to study and deeper religious knowledge as a stronger for faith and piety. So they don't really understand Islamic Sharia to distinguish what is allowed and not allowed in Islamic Sharia. For example, in this issue, teenagers may think that Solat Jemaah can be done online even though it is illegal according to Islamic law. The last point is influenced by peers. Peers are individuals who are close to teenagers other than parents. Even teenagers now spend more time with friends than with family. This causes teenagers to trust their friends so much that they are willing to do anything together without thinking about the consequences of the act. In addition, teenagers feel that they will be marginalized from the group of friends if do not follow the friends. For example, the Solat Jemaah online is a trend that can make themselves famous without thinking about whether or not it's permissible in the Islamic law.
The effect of Solat berjemaah on individual. First is train yourself to be a quality leader by following the correct prayer method in terms of recitation, movement and sincere intention for the sake of the God only. Second, can create the sweetness of faith in oneself because it is in a positive and gloomy atmosphere when solat berjemaah and feeling at a loss to leave solat berjemaah. Third, make the body fresher and more energetic because solat berjemaah balances positive and negative electrical charges in the body. Fourth, the reward of prayer is 27 times the reward compared to praying alone. As in the word of the Prophet Muhammad SAW, peace and blessing be upon him, solat berjemaah is better than solitary prayer by 27 times. The effect of solat berjemaah on society. First is produce a society that is disciplined and obedient to the leader's instruction because it is customary to follow all the imam movement and do what is commanded and stay what is forbidden by God. Second, uniting the heart of Muslim because they always pray in an orderly line and at the same time can strengthen the relationship of love and compassion between people and Allah SWT. Third is be a good role model for young people. The community that diligently solat berjemaah can attract the interest and attention of young people in that community to do the same thing as what their community does, which is solat berjemaah in the mosque. Fourth is build a successful country from all aspects because when the people keep solat berjemaah, then the faith will also be awake. This will guarantee to the good attitude and moral of the community.
Next, how to overcome the issue of solat jemaah online? Firstly, education from parents is important in educating their children about religion. Religious education should start at home when they are still small. Parents should teach their children about prayer from the age of 7. Parents are also encouraged to practice prayer in Jemaah with their children to educate respect and discipline in them. Parents are the main role models for children in showing good personality. Solat Jemaah is also a way to foster love between families. Next, education from teachers at school level also plays an important role in helping to overcome the issue of Solat Jemaah online. Teachers need to help their students overcome the issue of Solat Jemaah by increasing the practice of prayer, especially in Islamic education classes. At school too, teachers should encourage students to perform Zuhur prayer in Jemaah at the school mosque. This is to cultivate diligence and discipline in Solat Jemaah with his friends. Lastly, each individual also needs to encourage themselves to pray in Jemaah at the mosque or at home. This can increase knowledge and apply the way of Solat Jemaah that has been learned. In addition, praying in Jemaah in the mosque is better and more ABDUL than praying alone. As the Prophet ﷺ said, Solat Jemaah is more ABDUL than solitary prayer by 27 degrees. Hadith narrated by Imam Bukhari and Imam Muslim. If this individual practice Solat Jemaah in the mosque, this can help them increase their knowledge of the valid conditions of Solat Jemaah in terms of the distance between the position of the Imam and the Ma'mum, knowing the movement of the Imam during prayer.
Next, in the issue or context of educating teenagers, one of the effective and more practical steps in implementing Islamic education learning is through the practice of Solat Berjemaah at school. Section 50 of Education Act 1966 provides that all schools, including private schools, must provide facilities for the teaching and learning of Islamic education when there are 5 or more Muslim students in the school. Therefore, the ministry has taken into account elements related to the prayer for all Muslim students at the preschool, primary and secondary school levels. For example, implementing the check-off program or curriculum that emphasizes on prayer in primary schools in the check-off program through the prayer count model, support programs for the curriculum implemented outside the timetable such as the assessment of basic Fardu Ain methods, PAFA, are also implemented in secondary schools through classroom-based assessment methods. In addition, in the field of curriculum, emphasis on prayer is made through the Sasya Unggul Murid program, Sumur, Anugerah Surah Imarah Sekolah, ASIS, and Islamic Education Association activities in primary and secondary schools, in addition to each school organizing Solat Berjemaah before students return home. In conclusion, prayer, especially Solat Berjemaah, the most important foundation in Islamic education, should be applied to every Muslim student in school, whether primary or secondary schools.
In conclusion, Solat Berjemaah is highly encouraged practice in Islam. There are many benefits that we will get with Solat Berjemaah, but we cannot take for granted the way and conditions of Solat Berjemaah. This is because it will give a bad image of himself and Islam itself. Among the wisdom, first, create a community that adheres to the Imam's movement and it is orderly and submissive to the leader's commands. Second, can unite the heart of Muslims because they always pray in the net, organized line, and they are able to bring people together. And lastly is, may develop our leadership skill by adhering to the proper procedure for Solat Berjemaah. Because of this, let's put Solat Berjemaah into effect in our daily lives by doing it regularly and correctly. Which for men are required to pray Solat Berjemaah at the mosque, while for women at home. That's all from us. Thank you for watching. Assalamualaikum.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا